Previously on Critically Stupid.
I was scared because our wolves were after us. Gareth was hurt and bleeding, probably concussed. So I cast a spell to give us shelter, made a tiny hut. The wolves didn't know what it was. Mel created spiky vines that hurt the furry beast. They ran away, so we had time to look around at least. Gareth and I inspected a body hanging from a tree. Well, Mel and Julian met a bird, I think. Then Gareth's body had some tattoos on its skin, tarot cards and a message on his chest that read, "Your fate's gonna save you, but we don't know what it meant." The copy of Gareth whispered something. He said, "The Stani Queen will not save you." I don't know who that is, or if it's true. Julian and Mel continued to talk to some bird named Mike until his life was through. We learned the Birdman found himself inside a vat after dying by mistake, but now he could come back. He had a pendant on with a sword going through a bat. Where do I remember seeing that? Then a zombie bat caused a fright. Its fleshy patchwork swooped down. What a weird night. It challenged us to a dance fight. So now we have to beat it, and you know I just might.
I don't know if the clan has a logo. I haven't checked up on them, but I would get that just to confuse them.
Just a quick,
just to throw them off.
Google here. KKK
Do it in incognito, King.
logo.
I
Oops.
think
Google
that
that.
like a swastika would work.
Yeah.
No, I
Boy,
wouldn't get a swastika.
FBI.gov is the
That's
first
in the middle.
response.
It should be as it should be.
You're
on a list now.
The Duke flag. I'm going to go ahead and leave that link blue. Yeah, there is one. You can pursue that in your own time.
Yeah, I'd get a tattoo just to confuse them if I ever had a run-in, you know?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You'd be like,
I thought they found me once.
I love the idea that they're just like, let's get him. Oh, wait, no.
Shucks, he do have
That's
the
one
logo.
of the good ones.
Damn it, his
He
permit's
must
up
be
to
deep
date.
undercover. You know how
I'll tell you what, he is deep in character.
I'm actually just aggressively tanned. My name is Melinda. I'm a white woman.
When you hear the call to adventure into the fantasy fold, you never know what's around the next corner. Grab your dice and roll. So when you have a problem to solve, me and my best friends will answer the call. We'll break into somebody's house, find your enemies and knock them out. Steal a priceless gem or two. We might accidentally hurt you. We're not murderers, but you'll be killed and looted. We might be the bad guys, but with white diluted, because we're critically stupid. Critically stupid. Critically stupid. Critically stupid. Best friends.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your soon-to-be world-famous Dungeons & Dragons Real Play Comedy Podcast, Critically Stupid. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Alexander James. I am your snake and sword enthusiast. I juggle both separately and together. My favorite part of last episode was it was when it was the scene where Garion was smoking like 8 bird cigarettes while Dianna was burying the bird he took the cigarettes from. And I just really enjoyed that image of like Garion or Gareth with like 6 tiny cigarettes in his mouth and Dianna just, or Mel just like shoveling dirt on a bird. I really enjoyed that.
Amazing.
Dianna, why don't you go next?
Hi, my name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have the Wolf Pup, Joshua Patrick, Josh Pat, J Peasy. My favorite moment of last episode was I'm pretty sure the club promoter was who you wanted us to make
That's
a cold
that's gonna
open, but we fucked you on that because you gave us too much freedom, which that's on you, first of all.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah. So
Really
then
just
you
last
had
episode.
to on the fly come up with something, and that was real good for me. That was real funny. Anthony.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Arnold the Bard. That was also that was so freaking funny. I was like, oh wait, this is a bird guy. He's a hawk guy or hawk man or whatever. Okay, yep. It was definitely that, and like in us trying to figure out who is where at what time. like oh, Julian's over here, but also Gareth is over there, and just like that whole thing was very funny for me. But that club promoter was amazing. But Gareth.
Hey everybody, I am an idea and I play Gareth. My favorite part of last episode was basically
I'm so disconcerted.
I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay. My favorite thing about last episode was probably everything to do with Fowler Hot Guy. I mean, god damn it. I think not even just the fact that it completely usurped Alex's future plans, but just now the fact that there's just another character for Alex to juggle. God, I love inconveniencing the DM. Apollo.
No, wait, you also have a kitten.
And I also have Constance the kitten, who is, goddamn it, so cute. Canonically looks like the cutest version of whatever you think cats look like. Also, he has a magic book of hats. Apollo, please now go.
Hey y'all, my name is Apollo, and I play Julian Ironblade. My favorite part of last episode was when I was half dissociating writing notes, and then Alex said the word like cards from a tarot deck, and my head fucking shot up. I started rummaging through my belongings to find my Taraka deck, and then Alex fully put a finger up to the camera and said, "No, Apollo, down."
Yeah,
I was like, "Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
I have it now."
Yeah, I know you do. So I've been doing this part of our show. We have been doing this part of our show, this post intros, but before we get to the actual meat of the episode for quite some time. But I thought I'd try something new for it today. So I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call it Part of Your World, which is a quote that I did take from the Little Mermaid song, Part of Your World by Jodie Benson and Walt Disney. And
can we get a little
up where they walk, up where they run.
That's all you can
and
use.
that's it.
That's all you
and
can
before
use.
we can get sued.
Sorry, Part of Your World. Bye.
I was in a production with The Little Mermaid, but anyway, that's a fully
Oh my
different
God,
story.
were you the Little Mermaid?
Bitch.
Anyway,
No, that
it's a
happens
part where you guys, because I spend all of my time inventing things for you guys to interact with, but it's a place for you guys to get a say in it and create something for the world yourselves. Now, last episode, I made some choices when it came to the cold open, and that's fine. I would like everybody to know that I have no antipathy. I have no ill will towards you guys for what you did during the cold open of last week, and Fowler Hot Guy, who was whatever he was before you guys decided to make him something else. So we're going to start fresh with the Part of Your World. We're going to start clean. I'm not going to bring anything from last week over. So I would like for you guys to build, please, a pair of shoes. Dianna, what are they made of or from? This pair of shoes.
What are they made of?
Mm-hmm.
They are made of. Do they have to be functional shoes or are they decorative shoes?
Whatever you want them to be.
Because if they're just decorative shoes, I mean that makes my options endless, but if they're functional, why do you call on me first? Why do you hate me? Is this
Just
because
say-
I bitched about
Just say words.
having to
Because
do
when he
with
calls on me
you
first,
don't
I say
like
some
it when I
stupid
just say
shit.
words. You accuse me of rambling on accurately, mind you. However,
Which is the worst part.
Yeah, and good thing we're not doing that now. What are the shoes made of, Diana?
they are made of Libris Arcana dice,
I
bestie.
love that. Fantastic. Libris Arcana dice. Apollo, how are they secured to the foot ankle region?
As a cosplayer, this is an answer that's cuts deep. They're just held together by a shit ton of hot glue in a dream.
Hot glue in a dream. Absolutely. Anthony, what is the sole of the shoe? SOLE, before you get too excited. What is the sole of the shoe made of?
Darkness, despair, and disappointment.
Fantastic. And Garion.
That's me.
What color is the stitching?
Oh, I don't know, man. Blue.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Great addition. We're gonna leave the Libris Arcana shoes with the soul of darkness, despair, and everything that haunts you at night, held together by duct tape and a dream. With
It was hot glue.
what did
Hey,
I
it's
say?
bestie.
Duct
You
tape.
said
You
duct
said
tape.
duct tape.
Hot glue in a dream. And
Duct tape is
apologies.
for quick con repairs.
God, you better not fuck up the stitching.
With blue stitching. Actually, what I distinctly remember was, I don't know, man, blue. We're gonna
You
we're
look at
gonna
these
leave.
boots and you're like, I don't know what color that stitching is. Maybe blue.
Now that is the guy that made them. We're gonna leave those. Don't worry, we will come right back to it, and we are going to focus on this bat-like creature of stitched together flesh, wings, and limbs that has just not accused you, challenged you, there's the word, to a dance-off. And I would like to know who steps forward. I will say that this creature does strike a sort of Saturday Night Fever pose with sort of the one hand in the air and the other hand. There it is.
I think can Gareth like grab Arnold's arm and raise his hand and be like, I'll do it.
No, so as he does that, I use my other arm and I put my hand on the dead Gareth and I cast Animate Dead to make him a zombie. And I say, I'm gonna need some backup. And I just start walking forward.
Nice. A dance partner.
And zombie Gareth follows me.
Hell yeah. Because real Gareth cannot fucking dance.
Okay, so it's Arnold entering into a dance battle with a corpse backup dancer.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I like that a lot.
Thriller is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
It's basically Thriller. So Arnold, a closer look at this creature reveals that its face is larger proportionally than its body should allow. It's probably the size of a beach ball, hanging on sort of like a thin neck, several faces sort of like looped into one. You can see where like the forehead and eye has been cut out from one face, and then there's another eye, and then a section of nose sort of like plastered across the face. All of these pieces of skin are stitched together with red twine, sort of like a thick yarn.
So it's not the shoes.
But this creature skip shuffles forwards and flings out its wings and says, "First move to the guest."
I'm gonna
And
cast guidance.
You hear like a faint dust devil on a high noon street. You hear a faint strumming of a Spanish flamenco guitar from seemingly nowhere. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Apollo's going to give us the
Apollo's
little.
gonna play for us.
That did not pick up at all.
Well,
It's
that's as
Zoom is
loud
the
as I
worst
can
for
go
it.
without waking my entire family. So just
That's fine. That's fine.
get the photo for the thumbnail, I guess.
Yeah.
Hold
There
on.
it is. Nailed it. Okay.
You know how in the backgrounds of like fighting games, there are those just like random NPCs that are just like
Yeah. Like the 3 layers of like.
yeah. That's
alternating
what Gareth is doing right now in the background of this dance fight. He's real Gareth, notably.
Okay, so Anthony, first move to the guest in the dance battle. It is you and your corpse backup dancer.
100%. Yeah. So my not really understanding what's going on except for the fact that it's clearly a dance battle. So my corpse friend and I grab him by his hand and I spin him around, and I'd like to just continue, like start as if we're like Gomez and Morticia, just like together in the center of a dance floor. Yeah, 100%. And I nay. So it's like this.
Okay, roll me a acrobatics check, please.
Okay.
Gary's
You have an
gone.
extra D4 to this from the guidance.
Oh, cool.
Hang on, don't say what you got until Garion comes back into frame. There it is.
God, Dip and Nene, you should fuck. Ugh.
I'm sorry. What do you want from me? I'm old.
Not to say and I Nene. Ideally.
It's the transition from Dip.
Yeah. I don't know. My phone's being super slow. All right.
That's why you get some authentic Libus Arcana dice.
Anthony is currently sitting on a stool and has no place to roll dice.
Yeah, I don't. You're right.
Does that not hurt your back?
I'm fine. I got a 24.
Thank you. Okay, 24.
That's all I'm saying.
You take Dead Garrett's hand and you spin him like a pirouette and gracefully catch his lower back and you dip him, and then you sort of like both pop up and Nene. And there is a gouging of the earth as sort of like psychic blasts of energy burst from the area around you towards this thing. And it has to like skitter step backwards to avoid it. And Arnold, you notice that there is a gentle rattling as it roils backwards.
Wow. Okay.
Mel.
A hell of a nene. What?
You shouldn't have nana'd.
You should have yes-yes'd. Mel, you
should fucking...
It's just offensive.
That's a quality joke. That's a family-friendly, Christian-centered joke.
You fucking disgust me.
Mel, you hear a raucous chorus of clacking, and you see dark forms smaller than the haphazard flesh bat that threw itself into the road start to break from the tree line and build like a column of dark smoke against the dusk in the sky. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I'm still recovering from that joke, which somehow zapped more of my will to live from me. So, just FYI.
somebody's got to do it. It's either me or your therapist.
Her and her Monday, Thursdays. Okay, so I'm sorry, say that again. There's
you see from bird or bat-like shapes burst up from the trees and start to form like a vertical column.
That's all they're doing? I mean, I don't.
You can hold an action and sort of prepare.
I'm just checking to see what I have, because I don't fucking remember spells, which is why I never use them. No, none of those are relevant. I mean, I don't know what they're doing yet, so I guess I'll just hold for right. Well, okay, let me ask a question. They're forming a vertical column. Is there like a weak point in the column, or is it all the same?
It appears to be just a mass of winged animals. You don't quite see a weak point or a strong point.
Like when the Power Rangers all come together, they form.
Yeah, there's not like an obvious head.
It's a pretty good analogy, yeah. Or like in the Batcave when all of the bats like swarm around Batman and he stands up to the dramatic Hans Zimmer stinger.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna hold because I have no idea what's happening right now.
Okay.
Boy, if I had to die.
Apollo, you see Arnold dip a dead person. And then you see like huge claws scarring this dirt path. Some sort of like force burst out of him and attack this bat-like creature that scrabbles backwards. Give me a perception check, please, Julian.
Yeah, okay. Just perception. Let's go. Roll better, motherfucker. Please. Perception. What does a 6 get me?
Woof.
Please.
Oh boy.
Could I use my passive?
No. You for a six, I'll give you this. The wings of this bat creature appear to be some sort of flesh that has been sort of like pulled taut and pinned with, again, the tail of this creature is sort of like a club with very spindly sort of silver barbs coming out of it. So with a 6, I will tell you that the silver barbs are what is pinning this flesh back to form wings. And because I'm feeling generous in this moment, it is the same silver barbs that you and Mel found piercing the raven from last episode that did eventually become Big Mike.
Lovely. I think I'm just really focused on the guidance and on the performance. I'm like, he hit that nene spectacularly.
I mean, it's a pretty good nene.
He hit the nene so hard it had AoE damage.
Yeah. Gareth, what are you up to? You see this column of creatures bursting from the tree line. You see Apollo kind of do a double take at, Julian do a double take at this creature's wings. And then you see your best friend Arnold hit a dance move so powerful it shooketh the earth.
Do I recognize what creatures the big columns are made out of?
Ooh, great question. Give me a nature check, please.
If you insist. Do you insist?
I do, yes, actually.
14 plus 1 is 15.
They appear to be birds or bats. You can't quite tell which because it is getting
Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. Birds, bats, Battlestar Galactica. That's pretty good. What would you like to do with this information?
I mean, I guess I would like. Gareth would probably ask Mel as like the nature ranger person of the group and ask if are they hostile? Are they aggressive towards us?
I genuinely cannot tell. They're just forming a column. I mean, would I know anything about them?
I don't think, I mean, you know how bats work, right? Hunting at nighttime, generally eating like smaller flies or scurrying type animals. But this being a realm that Julian Ironblade has taken no small lengths to tell you is different in just about every way it can be. You're not quite sure how the food chain works here.
Cool.
So just to summarize what you just said, as you know, these guys hunt at night, but as you also know, they might not eat at night.
Why? Yeah, that's what I said. Yes. I'm doing my goddamn best here.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Not blaming anybody.
What do you do, Gareth?
I mean, I guess I just keep spectating the dance battle. I mean, nothing's prompted me into action quite yet.
Fantastic. Arnold, this flesh bat does a backflip, lands on the outspread knuckles of one hand, and spins in a 360 and flips you off with its other hand.
Rude.
That's cool.
You are going to take, what's your armor class?
Let me see. Armor class 12.
12. Close. All right, you're only going to take 4 points of damage as you feel something. It's almost like a pair of invisible claws, like attack your shoulder and try to peel your armor apart. But you stand fast, you keep your feet, and this creature like bounds back to its feet and sort of like snarls at you.
If I held an action, if I saw it hurt Arnold, I would shoot it.
Go for it. Fire them arrows.
Okay,
Please,
I think Gareth wouldn't, because he would recognize it as like the dance battle would have the same rules as like a 1v1 fight to the death.
No, I mean, if it caused actual like damage, then
I know. I respect where Mel's coming from.
Yeah, no, I definitely respect that. I was just
it.
I don't know. I thought it would be funny.
I just wanted to shout the sacredness of the dance battle.
No, you
can't interfere.
It was a 26.
Woof.
But also I get to shoot twice, yes?
Yes, you do. Roll a second one.
Do you want me to just roll damage twice, or do you want me to roll?
No, roll the second one. I want to see just see how good your shots are.
27.
Okay.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Go ahead and roll some damage. Go ahead and do one roll for both. Let's just make that a little bit simpler.
You want to tell me which dice to use?
I don't actually remember. I'm pretty sure it's a D8. Do you remember which one a D8 is, Diana?
I think we're both eye stupid now, bestie.
How dare you? Very sick.
You don't seem that sick, and I'm a little upset about it, truthfully, because every time I got fucking COVID, I was laid out, and now I'm eye stupid.
I still think eye stupid is like being stupid on the internet.
I could see that. It was a 9.
9.
Wait, 6. Yes, I can add, maybe.
You fire these arrows. In my mind's eye, I see Mel firing an arrow, holding an arrow, sort of like a pair of chopsticks, so that you can fire both of them in like rapid succession because it's pretty.
That's
cool.
racist.
Is it because I'm Asian?
Yeah, it's fucked up, Alex.
You know what? That's true. I'm sorry. You fire them like a pair of pool cues. My fault.
Is it because I'm white?
No.
No, hit by the biracial again. Fuck. However, both of them, and you know they're good shots, Mel. You've shot hundreds of arrows in your day before. You know that these are on target. Both of them slam into a rippling blue electric wall of force and glance off as you see this creature sort of like lock eyes with you and then go back to the dance.
I imagine it's real intense.
Wow, nothing is going to distract it from the dance.
Okay, Arnold, before your next move, you, in addition to the subtle string plucking of a flamenco guitar in the background, you start to hear drums echo and rattle, not only in the forest around you, but like in your breastbone and through the dirt of this path as you start to feel the reverberation of this instrument. And you also start to hear like chanting, and you look around and it's actually harder for you to see your party because of all of the rows and rows of stands rising from the earth of people like chanting and cheering and clapping as invisible audience members start to rise out of thin air.
It's just thousands of Gareths.
You know what's curious actually is they don't have faces. They are animated and moving and fist pumping and everything. But as you try to catch details, Arnold, their face is just smooth orbs of skin.
Huh. Okay.
Yuck.
What's your next move?
Can I tell? I know there's smooth orbs of skin and very odd. Can I tell if they're like spectral? Are they like ghostly in some sort, or?
Okay, now I won't make you roll for it, but a question is, what percentage of your brain are you going to divert to trying to catch details of the?
Okay, no, I would like to say, like, just as I'm turning to my partner, I would see them in like passively. So I just want to know, like,
I don't think passively you would catch much detail. It's even impressive that you were like, that guy doesn't have eyeballs, but you're so focused on the dance.
100%.
The performance.
That's fair. So my next move, I would like to, I believe like my partner and I kind of, we do this thing where we go like directly into like a white couple wedding where like, you know, you do the mirroring of each other.
Yeah.
Where like you're both doing you're doing a silly, it's almost like a Russian dance, but it's like the Walmart version of it. And then
it's like the Wish Russian dance.
Yeah. It's like the wish.com, like it's not a good dance. But we do that just to show that we're connected and then break it into a simultaneous robot thing where we shake into each other and begin kind of breaking and popping, but just simultaneously as a duo.
Here's what we're going to do, Anthony. You and I are going to roll D12s, and the closer we are, the more effective this dance move will be. It's about how compatible you and Dead Gareth are in this moment.
I will say, as the live version of Dead Gareth, I feel like I should roll the D12.
You know what? That's a great point. Actually, roll it up.
Okay, I'll tell you what I got in a second. So.
I'm making sure that this is in fact a D12. Okay, great.
I don't know how guidance can be applied here, but it is.
It's just a Julian just snapping his fingers.
Okay, I have rolled.
All right.
Which
Anthony, tell me first.
I got a 2.
Oh, I got a 3.
Whoa! Okay.
Good.
So you both drop down to your knees and heels and start kicking with your fingertips touching your elbows. And then both of you stand and you see Dead Gareth start to pop and lock, and it starts in his knees and sort of goes up through his waist. And then he reaches out and with a flat hand high fives it into you. And then you whip it around, you go shoulders and head, and then you outstretch a hand, and from your fingertips, black lightning erupts almost like your eldritch blast of like song notes attached to a score that lances and lacerates this flesh bat. And you see it, like you see blood burst from its skin and bits of feathers go flying as it falls backwards. Give me a quick perception check, please, Arnold. Actually, everybody give me a perception check just while this is going down.
Oof,
I am
Bees.
I got a dirty 20.
okay.
Dirty 20 as well.
Bees. 11.
Bees.
Yeah, I got 8.
Oof, bees and bees, 20 and 20. Okay. Julian and Arnold, you see that this flesh bat is wearing shoes or boots. You're not quite sure what the shape is, made of what appear to be shiny carved rocks with numbers on them. They almost look like the gambling dice that Gareth keeps in his weighted dice set, except they're not 6-sided. There's like a 12-sided, there's like a 10-sided, there's a couple of pyramids in there.
So I noticed the color.
Where could I get some of these?
You know what's crazy is you can wait for the ad portion of this episode to get those dice. But you do also notice that the bottom of this shoe boot scenario is pitch black and sort of is wearing like a blue sort of like chambray top. She's got a watch on that's weirdly big, and she can't sit down for longer than an hour. She gets really antsy.
Amazing. That was amazing.
What
That
about
was
this?
pretty
Tell me
wonderful.
about the stitching.
Oh,
That
sorry.
was a good.
The stitching
That was a
is
good joke, though.
the stitching is electric blue.
Oh, cool.
It actually looks kind of badass, Gareth.
Goddamn right it does.
Okay, Mel. First of all, sorry. Second,
So good. It was such a good joke, though.
you see this column of birds or bats or whatever it is, sort of like arc, and then like a question mark starts streaking down, and you see it narrow into a cylinder as it streaks straight towards you. Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Man, look out.
Nice, nailed it. Good job, Gareth.
Yeah, there you go. Does that give her advantage?
No,
Fuck. It was worth a shot.
it was. You know what? You got to shoot your shot. You got to try.
There's a
I'm
system.
rolling fine.
There's a system
Get fucking ad.
called Star Wars 5e, which is used for like adventures in the Star Wars universe based off of D&D 5e, where you can give someone like a bonus stuff if you say "watch out." If you shout
That's
"watch out," at them.
wild.
That's awesome.
I'd just be shouting it constantly.
Yeah.
Just in case.
No matter what.
Just in case, you never know.
You're just like walking through a
You
hallway.
never know what's
Watch out.
hiding behind.
Look out.
You're just the little John of Star Wars. Just watch out.
Behind
Gareth,
you.
Oh,
Gareth goes to talk to somebody in the background. Mel's like, "Watch out!"
I got you. I rolled a 23.
Ooh, okay. You stop, drop, and roll. Your shoulder hits the dirt of this road as you throw yourself out of the way of an explosion of sharp-toothed bats that dig into the dirt where you were standing not seconds before, their claws pulling up chunks of grass and dirt and root as it eviscerates the spot you were just standing. It swirls around and then breaks into two clumps that land on either side of this dancing flesh bat. Bits of it writhe, and it almost for a split second looks like they're humanoid as the bats sort of like writhe and turn into legs and arms and like a head that doesn't have any features because it's just thousands of wings beating against each other in like a smooth motion.
That
You
grosses
avoid
Gareth out, and I think I throw a rock at it.
Diana avoids the attack,
Oh,
but Gareth, one of these creatures is actually landed right next to you, and it's going to reach out and attack you.
Oh, great. I'll instead of throwing a rock at it, I'll attack it with my knives,
There you go. It's going to roll a 15 against your armor class.
which will hit.
Damn it. Okay.
I feel like you didn't actually hear what I said. You said, "Damn it!"
Yeah.
Like it hit.
No, I know, but like I'm kind of bullying
Okay.
you a little bit these days when it comes to the damage. So like, I just want you to know that I feel bad for you.
Cool. I like. All right.
Yeah,
Well, hit,
Because
hit
that's
me.
what you want to hear from your DM.
Yeah,
you take
Hey.
six.
that
You
makes-
take 6 points of damage as this like sort of like I see it as like the you guys remember the Sandman from one of those Spider-Man movies? The swing.
Specifically the third one directed by Sam Raimi. Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
Not
The
one
s-
of the Spider-Man
The
movies.
swing of this punch, Gareth, is slow and clumsy, and you can see it from a mile away. But as you prepare to dodge it easily, I might add, the end of this fist explodes into like 5 or 6 bats that each streak towards your face individually. And you feel their flesh and talons sort of like pull apart the skin of your face.
Ooh.
I need that.
Apollo, as Julian Ironblade, you see bats start to form 2 humanoid figures as the dance battle between Arnold and this flesh bat is really heating up.
You can't tell me that the bats are forming humanoid figures and not expect me to look into that.
I really, dude.
I've built a character that's made to hunt down plus.
Fuck it.
Let's go, man. Let's go there together. I don't know what's in those bats. I'm gonna find out with you.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to. What's up with those bats? What's up with them?
I mean, you could. I'll take a
I
perception.
cast what's up with bats.
I cast what's up with bats. I'll take a perception. I'll take an investigation if you want to give me a specific facet or detail that you want to look into, or you can stick your head in the middle and we can fuck around and find out.
Oh, I wonder what skill I'll use, the +3 or the +10. Fuck off.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
dumbass.
Cool vibe.
I'm so glad Apollo's finally jumped on the bully Alex train.
That's all you really need to do to succeed in this show.
I'm sorry. How many hit points do you have to fuck around with, Gareth?
Fuck you. Yeah.
Right, you know what? That was passive aggressive. I did roll well, so I'm also going to stick my head in. Even though it's extremely responsible and my character would not do that. But I'm 29. What's up with these bats?
29 for perception or investigation.
Investigation.
So what
I
specific?
put my head in these bats and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
I think I'm trying to get up close and personal with them. I'm trying to see if I can recognize the figures, the first 2 beings in my head that are popping, because I know that vampires, highly ascended vampires, can turn their bodies into like clouds of into a swarm of bats or mist and things like that, depending on
Oh, so
what
your
source
plan
you're
is
reading
to
from.
stick your head into them as they're forming. So when they form into their
No,
vampire
I'm not
form, they're
sticking
like,
my head in.
Get off me!
I'm walking that back, but I want to see if they're
Walking that
the 2
back.
main vampires that we've seen were Radahan and Strahd. So I just kind of want to see, hey man, do these look like those?
Okay.
How, on a scale from 0 to Get Out, how scared should I be? Get Out the movie.
No, I got
love
it.
that movie.
You use the opportunity of this creature attacking Gareth to sort of get up close and personal with it. You don't catch specific details vis-a-vis features or position or the way that it carries itself, because obviously Strahd had a very imposing, self-assured, shoulders back, straight, upright kind of position. You don't quite get that expression from it, nor do you get even the scant view that you had of Radahan, who I actually don't think was confirmed. I think I just described a half elf across a meadow, but I'll give that one to
You 100% gave me the name at some point.
Okay, sure I did. Let's check the tapes on that. But anyway, more importantly, what happens, Julian, as Apollo, is that you stick your head inside this thing.
Julian as Apollo.
And you hear first thousands of voices babbling in a screaming cacophony. It sounds like every haunted house times 1,000 all at once, where it's just like mindless, endless horror and fear. But then it isolates into one high-pitched, agonized voice that screams, "Get out!" And then you are forcibly pushed back. Julian, give me a basic strength check.
Oh, well,
That sounds
Can
good.
Can it be literally anything else?
Nah, man.
Oh, okay, that's a 7.
7. Okay, you lose your footing and you fall flat on your back. You're not going to take any damage, but you are flat on your back. You're going to use half your move to stand up next time, and if you get attacked, it will be with advantage. Gareth, pieces of your face are hanging off in loose flaps. What do you do?
Is the bat that removed them still attacking me, or
No, they have reformed with this creature that you just saw Julian Ironblade stick his head into the chest of.
oh, word. I think I think I throw my knife at it, my magic knife at it.
Okay, with the intention of like to throw it through it or to injure it with it as a knife.
To injure it with it, ideally to lodge it in it somehow.
Okay.
So-
All right. Give me a dexterity attack. I will tell you, Gareth, that this thing is made of like thousands of writhing bats. So to hit one of them specifically is going to be a pretty impressive called shot.
Well, actually, what I was trying to do, which I am rapidly regretting deciding to say out loud because it's even more of a called shot, was what I was joking about with Julian's head, which is I would like throw the knife as it's forming into a vampire and it would just be like in its arm or something, which is even crazier. So I think I'll just aim for a bat.
Okay. Roll it up.
Did you say the dexterity attack or just a normal attack?
Normal dagger attack.
Okay, cool.
Wouldn't aiming for a bat still lodge somewhere in the vampire?
Yeah, which is why I
Hey,
said I'm just going to do that.
Right. But they're moving so fast. Like, yes, it would, but it's still like it's a pretty tough shot.
But if
what
there's
I-
so many of them, like, couldn't you
Yeah.
throw it at the cloud and hold? Like, I feel like the odds are pretty good.
I mean, I got a dirty 20 though, so I'm.
Odds are even better.
There are stats for swarm of bats.
Okay. Yeah, but let's pretend that
Jamie, pull that up.
any part of this encounter is by the book, Apollo. It's based around a dance-off. Okay. Like, hey, guy.
Yeah, Anthony dip it nay, fool. All right, stop thinking about the book.
Okay, so Gareth, let's say this: with a dirty 20, you don't hit a bat. But
Okay.
what I will say is that you throw your knife, and I see it sort of like wedged between two fingers in a sort of like backhanded explosion of curling violence.
Like I'm throwing a playing card.
Exactly. That sort of like curves towards this creature. There's like a slick of black blood that explodes like a cloud in the air, and then your knife disappears inside this creature, and you don't see it exit.
Okay.
That's what I'll give you for your turn.
Badass.
Arnold. The flesh bat
Yes.
throws itself up into the air, and both of its wings explode almost like an albatross exposing like a wingspan. And then you see it like a T pose do a 360 and then land in a superhero landing on one knee and then do a backflip from that.
Fuck, that's tight.
That is pretty impressive.
But as it lands in the superhero pose, one of its knees pops like an air pistol, and you hear the joints kind of like pop out of place, and the backflip looks whack as hell, and you easily dodge the sort of like tornado burst of fantasy wind that explodes outward from this, and you and Corpse Gareth are just fine.
Oh,
Weak.
I mean,
That's what it gets for dancing on shoes made of me.
You know what? That's what it is. Yeah. As it landed on its feet, one of the souls just gave up.
He landed right on the
Lucky.
sharp bit of a D4.
Oof. That hurts. Okay, Arnold, what do you do? Best of your next, just so you know.
Okay. Still in just narrowly escaping that last attack and seeing like how formidable this dancer is. I'm gonna cast Major Image to create a third dancer. That's just like
Okay.
And
okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be another version of me, but wearing like a kind of like a cool leather jacket, like a red leather jacket and like a nice sparkly glove. And we're like the three of us are all going to do like a cool kind of I'm going to say like Star Walk. I don't know what you call this in the fantasy world, but we're going to move backwards, defying gravity in a way that no one has ever seen in a fantasy.
What you're telling me is that you are inventing the moonwalk right now.
That's what I'm trying
With what I'm pretty sure is a fantasy Michael Jackson.
Listen,
Is it with the leather
if you
jacket
like
and the
to go-
glove?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, if you'd like to join us, I'm sure we'd win.
I mean, you are slowly getting more and more group ensemble for your fucking.
All right.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't sing
Yeah,
that song.
Yeah, so we thriller the heck out of like the this bit as much as we can, the three of us, and we're all like doing the
All right.
we do the thing and then do the yes, exactly.
Roll acrobatics, and if it succeeds, I will up the damage die that you were doing because there are now 3 of you.
Okay, cool.
Would this not be the perfect? I mean, what about like performance? I don't. You're the
Ooh,
DM.
you know what? I'll take a performance now that there are 3 of you and it is an ensemble number.
I mean,
You
you got to
do also-
choreograph with 3 people.
Still have
Right.
guidance.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't forget
nice.
that D4.
Oh, that's right. Let me do the D4. Hang on.
I've been rolling for concentration behind the scenes, by the way.
Appreciate it because I will forget.
So
I
that's
got you.
a 21.
21 is quite good. Okay, roll for 3 of you, and there's a leather jacket. Fuck. Roll 1d12 plus 4.
There's a leather jacket. Okay.
So it sounded like an America's Got Talent judge. Oh fuck, there is a leather jacket.
Oh, shit. I mean, I got to take the leather jacket into consideration.
That's my favorite shit about watching like old America's Got Talent, where they like didn't care about hurting the contestants' feelings,
I know.
and they like
it's
come out on stage
brutal.
and they're like, "Hi, my name is Tim."
Plus 4, so it's come on. So I got 11.
11. Okay. The 3 of you star walk, which is about as copyright free as we
Okay.
can get here on this show, sliding backwards. But I see the 3 of you doing it in like a tight circle, each one of you star walking backwards into the other one. And then all 3 of you on the same unspoken sign, stop, pivot, and then lean forward, dangerously
Ooh,
leaning
that-
until it almost seems like you should fall over. The laws of physics are revolting against your 3 synchronous frames as you lean all the way forward. And then all 3 of you look up and make eye contact with this flesh bat at the same time. And just a crushing wall of rock and debris rises up from this road and slams into this flesh bat, knocking it to its feet. And it squawks in surprise and like roils backwards. When it gets up, it is breathing hard, and part of its flesh wing is like a little like askew, like it doesn't quite stretch out all the way right again. One thing you do also notice, Arnold, is you can't see the road anymore. All you can see is the stands of cheering, crying people. And actually, some of them are starting to chant your name. Arnold, Arnold, Arnold. But you can't see your companions anymore. You can't hear the fight that you could have heard a couple seconds ago. You have fully immersed in this like other thing.
Barovia is kind of nice, though. I mean, this seems pretty cool.
Yes, Gareth.
Can I still see Arnold?
Yes, all 3 of you
Okay.
can see Arnold just fine.
Okay.
Dianna, you are looking at a man bat that's about 6 feet tall, and its face is just a fluttering of wings and sharp teeth and red eyes. And it takes a stumbling, staggering, clumsy step towards you.
Pose, I will shoot it.
Okay. Josh Pat, by the way, freaking the fuck out. Fully between your legs, barking, but doesn't know
Aw.
quite what to do because he's never seen any shit like this before.
I mean, neither have I, JPZ.
Roll up
To
that
be
damage.
fair. Damage or hit? Don't
Oh,
do
hit.
it.
Sorry. I just kind of assume you hit with your bonus to these arrows, frankly.
Yeah, that's fair. It was 18.
18 for one of them. Roll for the second one.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, shit. Almost dropped that one. This was a... Oh, 26.
26. Okay. One of them hits.
And 18 doesn't? Fuck you, bestie. All right.
Listen. I got to keep it fresh.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know-
how the fuck are we supposed to hit him?
You're going to fucking worry about that on your turn.
11.
11. Okay. You fire 2 arrows. One of them, there's like a metallic ching as it hits something sharp inside of this creature and like snaps in half and flies outwards. However, your second arrow pierces 2 bats like a bat kebab and flies straight through this creature and like buries them in the dirt 30 yards away. And there's like, you see it sort of like stumble a little bit. And that hole that you created inside of it doesn't close.
Good sign.
Top of whatever order I'm dealing with here. Let's say Gareth, you're up next.
So what's the status of the bat cloud that I threw my knife into? Is it like formed?
It is still humanoid. It is still a man-sized bat figure, and your knife is somewhere in there.
I think my arrow just hit it.
No, two separate creatures.
Oh, they're two separate
Yeah,
creatures.
you're fighting
There's
yours, and then
something
there's
metal
another
inside
one.
the other one? Jesus.
So is it like doing anything, or is it just standing
Yeah, it's
there
currently spinning to the fallen Julian, and is starting to sort of like size up on it, like it's going to attack Julian next.
Okay, I think I jump at it with my knife out. Yeah, like a
This is your
pouncing tiger.
regular knife, right?
Well, my magic knife is currently inside of it, so
Okay, roll up an attack for me.
doing it. 22.
Oh, sorry, just 22 flat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that
I
hits.
18 plus 4.
Yeah, give me
I
some
didn't
damage.
roll a natural 22.
That'd be good. That'd be pretty impressive.
Okay, you said damage?
Yes, please.
I've almost never used my regular dagger. What's the damage on that?
I think it's a D4 plus your proficiency plus your dexterity.
Okay, so that's like D4 plus 3 plus 1. Okay. D4 plus 4. That sounds right.
Mhm.
Yeah. 3 plus 4 is 7.
7. Okay. You lash out with this dagger. I see you sort of throwing yourself towards this creature as you sort of try to gain advantage on it as it's not paying attention to you, but also trying to prevent it from slicing into your fallen compatriot, Julian Ironblade. And you strike out. You feel your blade catch 1, 5, 8 tiny forms, cleaving through some of them like a KFC piece of chicken, and then also dinging off others as it sort of like ricochets around this thing. Again, it is Legion. You're not fighting one thing, you're fighting hundreds of things. Give me a strength check, please, or a strength saving throw, I should say.
Fine. Strength check. Oof. Yikers. That is a 13.
13. All right, you barely managed to keep hold of your dagger as it thrusts into this thing, as it's battered and bruised by hundreds of tiny little bat bodies flying around it. Julian, you see this bat creature. First of all, you see Gareth attack it. You see Gareth valiantly throw himself at it, trying to stab at it while it's distracted. Unfortunately, it is distracted because it is going to step forward and attempt to plunge one of its bat hands into your chest. Yeah, you.
Oh, girl, we're not going to do that.
It's going to roll with advantage. That's a 19. And that's a 7. I'll take the 19. I'm guessing that hits your AC.
Yeah, girl, we're going to do that.
Yeah, okay, cool. You are going to take 5 points of damage as call it 3 bats sort of like explode and skitter across your chest and neck, scrabbling and piercing with teeth and claws, as you smell the delicate perfume of your own blood burst into this night.
Your blood smells better than
like
mine.
that.
Anthony.
Yep.
Inside the cheering stadium, this cacophonous pro Arnold Stevenson arena that is turning in your favor. You see this bat sort of like look around. You notice that it can't actually turn its neck. It's all like a Val Kilmer bat suit up there. It sort of has to pitch its upper torso.
Can I say in that moment, that sound you just did, you sounded remarkably similar to the bat with one leg from Mouse Detective. You know,
first of all, horrifying bat. Let's all take a second to like, why did they make that bat so scary?
So scary. But you sounded, I mean, come on, wow.
Thank you. I've been practicing the voices, and one of them is Scary Bat from the Great Mouse Detective.
It's Scary Bat from Mouse Detective.
Nailed it.
You see this bat do. Oh, you know what it does? It throws itself with a propelling motion of its wings to the ground and sort of like skids on its knees, really
Ooh.
slick in front of you, spinning in a gentle, it doesn't stop at a 360, it does a full 720 in front of all three of you, holding out two palms as sort of like palms over all three of you.
Fuck, that is sick.
That's a tough one. That's a tough roll that I just rolled. You and all of your backup dancers are going to take 7 points of force damage as it just blasts you with like claws of lightning that sear your face and upper shoulders. Before I get your dance move, I did skip Apollo, so I'm going to dodge back in the order really quick. Julian, you just get attacked by this creature. What do you do?
Right. Oh, fuck. If it's a collect, as it just kind of like put its hand in my chest, I think I'm just gonna try grab it or try push it away. And to do that, I'm just gonna try guiding bolt it.
Okay, do it.
Do it.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Not 20. Fuck
No
you.
shit. Okay. Roll up double your damage dice. Roll up some damage.
Oh, God, I love guiding bolts.
Ooh, there's a cool opportunity for us here as a group. I'm into this.
Also, Anthony, let me know if you don't want to take that damage, because I can make him re-roll that to see if he hits you or not.
But it was so cool.
Very cool.
I'll accept the damage this time, but like that's awesome.
I have silvery barbs, which means that I can force a re-roll on a hit, and then I can give somebody else advantage.
Sweet. I love that.
Right. Okay, let's count this damage out. 12, 17, 18, 19, 22, 25, 29 radiant damage.
Damn.
That's a first level. I can go higher if you want.
Can you take me high?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think I push off with one hand, with the other it's just kind of like, it's like a little key blast from Dragon Ball.
Nice.
It's just a little ball of radiance.
Kame.
It's fully reflexive. I just punch it off me.
All right. So you see this orb of radiant damage ricochet against hundreds of shadowed bodies as it moves up the inside of this creature's arm and detonates against something sharp, curved, and metallic inside this thing's chest, reflecting like it just hit a flashbang mirror as this creature of bats explodes apart in a brilliant aura of what colored light is it, Apollo?
I think unlike the refractory magic that his academic side does, the more clerical, the radiant side is just pure light.
Okay. A bright white light that lights up the field and the river and the woods and sort of like blasts back the shadows that this realm has spent countless eons building and deepening and strengthening. This light blows it all away. And these bats scream in pain and fear, and this creature bursts apart as it flies away. And Gareth, you reach out your arm and your dagger sings back to your palm, and you're holding both of your knives once again.
Big slay.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think the light is, if there was a physical manifestation of what it feels like to finally figure out the solution to a problem that's been bugging you for like a week, it's that. Also, above table, we do know Radahan. Episode 5, Doru told us that Radahan turned him. He dropped a name, and then I said, is there any chance that guy is the same guy that I saw on the edge of town? And he said, most likely. So it's an educated guess.
All right, fine. I'll take your fucking estimate.
Also get owned.
Shut up. Bestie. You see an explosion of light. You see one of these bat creatures burst into like columns of fingers of moving bats as they all disperse into the darkness. You are still staring at an upright figure of bats. What do you do?
Did Anthony do his dance move already?
He did not, but I'm going to do you and then I'm going to do Anthony. I gotta save Anthony's dance moves because they're so cool and descriptive. I want to get everybody into the action before we go back to the dance battle.
So it's still coming at me, presumably.
It is.
I mean, not to be a one-trick pony, but I don't have any radiant light cool thing, so
You have swords.
You have magic.
You have magic. You have curved swords that you've never once used, I don't think. Or actually, I think you used them
I
one
used
time.
them once,
I'm
but
sorry.
I'm not as strong with them, and my magic isn't like really appropriate for anything here.
You could also do a 1-up with Josh Peasy. You don't have to attack. You got options. Shoot your dog out of your bow.
Why would I
Go get him, boy.
It's just like
I would never do such a thing.
he'd be fine,
Horror.
probably.
The horror. No, you know how to hurt me. No, I'm not gonna shoot my dog out of my bow.
I love the thought process. Like she thought about it for a second.
Did for a second, and then I was like, no, that feels like animal abuse, and also I just
Mm.
don't think that
Yeah, but the
she.
animal isn't real.
I also just don't think that she would do that. I don't think she would do anything that would put him at risk. So
Sure.
I'm just gonna shoot it again.
Okay, do it. Roll it up.
24,
Okay, hits.
25.
Whoa! All right, roll damage.
Oh,
roll 1 damage for both.
Oh, fuck me. I dropped it. Hold on. Like Garion over here right now, dropping my dice everywhere. Okay, that's an 8.
8. Okay. Both of these arrows slam into this bat creature, and you see 2 more bat kebabs go flying out through it, and it starts to like shift as it like it's trying to settle its weight, but it doesn't still have all of its pieces. So you see parts of its torso sort of like jerk forward and slump like it's missing several ribs, like Marilyn Manson. As we go to Arnold Stevenson in the dance battle, you've just been blasted by talons of sick lightning.
Oh yeah. As we were pushed back from this, we need to close the distance between us and the flesh bat. So I like to imagine like the 3 of us begin to leapfrog over one another in a sort of diagonal position, like almost sewing our way toward him.
Like
and
a
as we get within like 5 feet of him, the sewing, like the leapfrogging, becomes jumping on the shoulders of one another. So like
wow.
So the zombie is so the zombie is first, and then it's me, and then the major image, because it's an image, jumps on my shoulders and does like a flip and like lands in like a split, sort of like a James Brown split, not a full split, like a cool like one leg's kind of.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were about to say it dead dropped onto this flesh bat, and I was gonna be like, from fucking 10 feet up? No way.
So
from the top rope,
Shantae, you stay. You know what I'm saying?
But it gives like a big like ow, like as it lands.
Nice.
Just
All right. Roll performance. Give me advantage for that one.
all right, cool. Let's see. I got a 21.
21. Okay. Your major image slams in a James Brown split, and there's like ow! And there's sort of like an eruption of like an umbrella of thunder and lightning, and storm clouds roil in over this cheering stands and sort of like split into like columns of lightning that slam into the dirt, kicking up rocks and debris, punching holes into this flesh bat. Its wings are outstretched, and you see like fist-sized holes of lightning pierce through it, like pieces of hail have been punched from the skies as this thing is flattened yet again. And it does not get up this time, Anthony. I mean, like it's still alive, but it is like gasping for breath. Arms are outstretched, and it's like panting.
Still alive, but he's barely breathing.
However, you notice, Arnold, as you turn around, the walls of this arena have started to slide inwards and are now pretty tight. You can't see outwards. These people are cheering your name. Arnold. They're shouting so loud you can't hear the music anymore. Okay. And when you turn around, you've got 4 feet of space. as these stands are starting to constrict against you, as your own name starts to like bind you.
Arnold.
We're going to take a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back after these delightful messages.
Bye.
Bye. I want to respect Apollo's time.
I'm just adjusting my camera real quick.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool.
All right,
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so humble.
Really get your titty in there. Okay. Very serious. Welcome, dear listener. Please sit at our transformation booth as you watch Gareth go from a hoodied human to a t-shirted titan as he steps forward into our arena to talk about how one set of Libris Arcana dice turned into a nuclear mistake that threatened the entire Pacific Rim. Gareth, please.
So I've been largely directed not to talk about this. It's been a largely classified event for the past few years, but the documents have been leaked to the public, so it's my job to give the official rundown as to events that took place at that location. So as we all know, some experiments on dice sets were taking place. The experiments were to create them cool as fuck. And the good news is that the experiments did prove successful and that they are indeed tight as hell. The bad news, unfortunately, is that I can no longer smell. I can no longer feel anything. And I am viewing myself in third person. They are highly radioactive, and it will take paying approximately 20% off on our website for them to be no longer radioactive.
Now, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Anthony, I do believe you were on the island with Garion during this nuclear experiment. Have you experienced any sort of like dice-based side effects from these?
100%. I realize that as I roll these dice, it completely changes my ability to do just about anything. It's very odd. Yeah, they have a direct effect on my personal being, which is both good and bad because I've rolled a 4 when trying to eat spaghetti and murdered the people behind me. It was not great. I just
God, don't tell me about the time I tried to murder some people and accidentally started eating spaghetti. God damn.
Hugely embarrassing. Bessie, where can people get their own set of hopefully nuclear neutral Libris Arcana dice?
They can go to LibrisArcana.com. They can get hopefully nuclear neutral Libris Arcana dice that are handmade resin or metal. And they can also get a leather bound book cover to hold the nuclear secrets and codes in case they don't get the nuclear neutral dice. That's LibrisArcana.com, and they can use code STUPID20 for 20% off.
And Apollo, if say one of our delightful listeners only wanted 1 month set worth of dice, tell me about the canceling situation to cancel that subscription. Is it a hassle? Is it pretty easy? Do I got to talk to a person?
Well, I'll tell you now. Fucking last thing I want when I'm handling radioactive dye is to have to talk to a person.
Fact.
100%.
Because why would I? But the great thing about Libris Arcana dye is that you don't have to talk to anyone. You just go on their website. It's nice and easy. You cancel there. You don't have any more radioactive dyes sent to you and your loved ones. And no person has to know your business.
Keep your business to yourself and get yourself a set of radioactive, probably neutral dice sent to you from Libris Arcana. Libris Arcana, dice for life.
They're radio funkless gang.
That's the name of my band.
You're such an asshole. All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope you peed, have a fresh beverage if you are on the way to work or if you are in the middle of the task. I hope it is not odious and you are enjoying it as much as you can.
I hope it is odorous. I hope that task is smelly as hell.
Damn, you really hate to see it. That's straight from Gareth's lips. Speaking of Gareth, you see Arnold Arnold do arguably one of the sickest dance moves you've ever seen, where like he stepped on top of Corpse You, and then another version of Arnold stepped on top of him, and then that version did like a James Brown sort of like split, and then this flesh bat was sort of bowled over by invisible force and remained like face down and panting. But what's curious, Gareth, is after that, you see Arnold sort of seize a little bit. You see him sort of like jerk as if something like touched his back that he wasn't expecting. And when he stumbles forward, he hits something like a mime hitting a wall.
Gareth is like, well, he's really good at that. He just thinks he's like faking. He's acting.
Okay, cool.
Holy shit, Arnold, you're incredible at this. It looks like you really hit something.
Arnold notably doesn't hear you, doesn't respond to you.
Gareth,
Dianna, you are attacking this bat guy, and you also see Arnold do a sick dance move. Your bat guy, Batman, I think is the term. I think man of bats. Your Batman takes a couple of steps backward and starts like making like it's about to start running away.
Okay. So using JP, I'm not shooting him, however. Okay,
Using
you know
JP, I
that
load him up
scene-
like a shoulder missile.
No, you know that scene in the animated Lion King where Timon and Pumbaa go bowling for buzzards?
Yes, 1,000%.
And I like have JP go like run and try to like make the bats disperse.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, you can. Roll a 1d20 and add 6 to it. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think that is JPZ's dexterity attack.
Oh, he's so good. He's such a good boy. That is
my
a
fucking dexterity.
hold on, math is so not my strong point. That is a 25.
25. All right, roll d6 flat.
Which one's a D6, bestie? You got a
It's the
cute
Monopoly die.
little one. Okay, you do. Well, fuck you.
No, I don't know. I deserve that.
5.
Okay. You curl up JPZ against your shoulder and you whisper like really nice things in his fluffy little ear, and he sort of like licks your cheek because he's really excited. And then you fucking bowl curl this wolf pup down the lane, and he goes spine over tail in a sort of like cyclone that kicks up dirt and grass, and then he uses his back legs to spring forward and goes and this cloud of bats, this Batman, if you will, sort of like screeches in alarm and blows outwards like it's trying to like expand so that Josh Patrick goes through them. And then it just keeps expanding and sort of like drifts into the cloud and sky and disappears into the trees. And Josh Pat does like a victory yip and does like 3 circles because he knows he did a good job.
Hell yeah, he did. It's true.
All right, Arnold Stevenson, you do this sick move.
Why did you specify?
That's a good point.
In case we confused him with the other Arnold.
No. It's because there is a clone of Arnold Stevenson, and I wanted to make sure the clone didn't answer.
You know what? Great point.
Arnold, you do this dance move. Your clone does the split, and the heavens erupt, and you know in your jellies, Arnold, that you're winning this fucking fight. It's not close anymore. Your victory is assured, and you know that because people are screaming your name loud enough that you can't hear anything else.
Arnold.
And then you feel something hit your back, like the middle of your spine, almost like you backed up into a corner. And when you stagger forward, sort of like, what the hell was that? Your forehead slaps against an invisible barrier.
Okay. So clearly I'm being boxed in. What are my compatriots doing? What are my friends doing here? What's my zombie doing?
Zombie Gareth is just sort of standing there waiting for the next move. He's got you sort of on his shoulders. So he's sort of like just kind of standing there zombie like. He smells pretty bad. Your major illusion is sort of like dunking on this fallen bat. Excuse me. I don't know if it's like a teabag situation or sort of like a football like juke and then like a sort of like touchdown celebratory dance. But he's sort of parading in victory while you sort of feel the constraints of this box start to close around you.
What do you think a juke is?
I don't know.
That's not you. Like you just.
I think he nailed it.
Okay.
I
He
think I
got
got
it.
it.
He totally
It's
nailed it.
okay. He's the type of dude to say sports ball.
He watches the games with me.
Is it because he's like into it, or is it because the quality of his show he produces hinges on it?
That's fair.
It's that one.
I feel like he watches the games with you, so it's like, okay, just in case that they do lose, I can try to make it like a good time and make her feel better.
So
Anthony.
okay, so looking around. Okay, obviously I'm stuck between this, in this invisible barrier. Can I? I'm trying to like. How do I ask this? Obviously, like, so the bat creature is still alive. Do I notice that there's a connection between this barrier and the bat's like how he's feeling right now? Like,
there doesn't appear to be. The bat is sort of like panting face down in the dirt of this road while your major image sort of like teabags over its fallen head, but it's not really like controlling anything or like wiggling its hands in an arcane way.
I see. Okay. So I like noticing that I'm obviously being boxed in this situation, and it's I think not seeing my friends anymore, I would begin to kind of panic and want to find where they are and escape whatever this is. So I would dispel the major image and just kind of I want to try to feel forward and see if there's a way to escape it without the dancing and music.
Yeah, absolutely. You dispel your major image and you start to feel your way around. And it is eerily mime-like, Arnold, because you are in, and you feel it immediately, a box that is an arm's reach in front of you and like really close to your back and shoulders. And like you have just enough space to stretch out your arms so that there's sort of like elbows out. But as you do that, as you test the limits, you feel it close in on you, and suddenly you don't have the space to extend your elbows anymore. And when you go to reach out in front of you, your arms are bent as this wall of impossibly strong movement sort of like pushes towards you, and you feel zombie Gareth take a quick step back as he starts to feel the effects of this box as well. Now,
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was gonna say, when that happens, could I just like instinctively try to talk to one of my friends in message? Like I would try to send a message to Gareth and just say like, Gareth, I'm stuck. Like I don't, because I know I can't see them, but they're
this isn't a mime performance.
I don't actually think you can, Arnold. I think it is so impossibly loud that you can't cast a spell.
Okay, interesting. Got it. Okay, fair enough.
So let me do this. Julian, Gareth, Mel, you see Arnold sort of like chicken fighting on a corpse, start to like not enjoy his dance battle anymore. He starts to like press out, and you see his arms start to like stop and force in like a mime show gone horribly wrong as an invisible box starts to crush your bard.
So, I mean, Gareth knows that even during his mime performances that Arnold
of which
always,
he's famous.
Yeah, Arnold always enjoys the performance. It's never part of the act to act like he's suffering. So the fact that he seems scared keys Gareth into the fact that like, oh, something's going on here.
Okay, what do you do about it?
So he goes over to like, because Gareth doesn't see the box or the audience, or he doesn't hear the cheers of Arnold's name. So I think he just kind of goes over to like shake him out of it.
Okay, you walk over there, Gareth, and there is an invisible barrier around Arnold that's about the size of a vending machine that you cannot press past. He is caught in something that is grating ever smaller. And actually, you see corpse Gareth, and there's a weird moment where you lock eyes with your own dead body, and you sort of see the milked over dead whites stare into yours. You see part of it sort of like contort as one of its arms are pressed into its own rib cage a little bit.
Ugh.
What is the thing he was dancing against doing now?
The flesh bat sort of like staggers backwards and kicks out with its dice boots, and is staring sort of like balefully up at Arnold. And there's like a twisted sort of grin extending on its many-toothed mouth that sort of like dips lower in one corner because not all of its muscles work together.
How
And
are
I-
the shoes affixed to the feet?
I'm so glad you asked. Duct tape.
Wrong.
That's
I was hot glue. He was actually
Fuck,
pretty
shit,
specific about it.
tits, strings of hot glue.
Can Gareth just kill it?
Yeah,
try?
I was gonna ask, do I get the sense that I can see the whole invisible box thing, right?
Yeah. Well, you can see Gareth go up to it, and I mean, being the magic user, you can suss what's
Yeah,
happening
yeah.
pretty
And
fast.
you know
yeah,
that
there's
Gareth
like
is not the
some
mime of the
wall
group.
of force or whatever is like constricting it around him. Could I get the idea? Could I get the impression that maybe the bat, because this sort of effect would need something to hold focus on it. Do I get the sense that the bat is the person that's holding like concentration on this, or
Give me an Arcana check really quick, Julian.
yippee?
Yippee!
Awesome, that one.
Damn.
You're pretty sure this is a spell, bro.
I like, yeah, I think
Maybe Gareth
I'm
is actually
panicking.
also a really good mime.
I panic. I'm like, oh god, I don't recognize this. I'm like, whoa, the fuck? Sorry, bro.
Should I like roll to hit the bat or?
Oh, you're attacking the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a roll up and attack. I see Josh Patrick like notice you and start barking, and he sort of runs over to like get in on it a little bit, just to sort of like bring all of you guys together.
Hell yeah. Okay, that is an 11 plus 6 is 17.
Yes, roll me some damage.
Doing it. Okay, my magic dagger is different. It's not D4, that's a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 4. Hold on.
Bestie, roll me a d20 and add 8 to it for Josh Patrick's, please. I want to see if you and Gareth can do an alley-oop here.
Oh, hey, I got 10 damage.
10 damage is quite good. Let's see what Joshua Patrick gets real quick.
19.
Holy shit. Okay, here's what happens, Gareth. You strike out with this dagger. The bat sort of like pushes itself away with like a flailing of broken wing and flapping skin. But the tip of your dagger catches one loop of red yarn. I see it like scrawling along the edge of this bat's arm. And Joshua Patrick lunges in a barking bite. And just the timing manages to work so well that Joshua Patrick catches the end of this yarn in his teeth.
Nice.
And the bat sort of pulls away, but freezes because he notices that the wolf pup has some of the yarn in his teeth. So my question is, Mel, what's the command here?
Can he unravel him like a sweater?
Depends on what you tell Josh Pat to do.
Together, right? So
you're kind of in the driver's seat.
I'm trying to like picture.
I guess the question isn't can he do it, it's what's the like shortest command you can give Josh Pat to execute that order.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you got to find a way to get to tell Josh Pat to do it succinctly.
Or you could just use your talk to animals and tell them that way, I guess.
I could, but we've trained together. We know, I mean, this one's easy. I would just, with my finger, just make a wide circle.
Okay.
Ah.
Josh Pat, with this one skein of red yarn in his teeth, spins in a 360 and then another and another and another and starts running in a circle. And this creature starts to unravel like Oogie Boogie from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. And its wing splits open and pieces of bug start falling out.
Yeah, I was going to say, is he also everywhere.
There's purple worms and blue centipedes and brilliant vermilion beetles that are cracked and scraggly looking, and they all spill out. It's not the whole flesh bat, I will say. It's just the wing up to like the shoulder and part of the chest. But this whole thing falls apart, and this bat squawks and pulls itself away from Josh Pat and screams, "You regret this!" as it throws itself into the air, but it's only got one wing. And so it makes it like 20 feet before slamming into the ground. As
What did it say? You
You'll
clipped so
regret
hard.
this. I'm so sorry. The mic, it does.
You got this, King. I gotta take notes
All right,
to
let's
use
do
against you.
let's do a couple of smash cuts just because I do want to drive to one thing at the end of this episode. You see a figure walk out of the woods. Clearly not a threat. He has one of his hands out. The other one is holding a torch that he has just lit. He has a sort of like sad expression on his face. Like he's a little bit bummed out, but he is wearing sort of like patchwork armor with layered necklaces and MC Hammer style pantaloon pants. But he is leading a horse, and he offers to help patch you up and carry this bat flesh creature to someplace safe.
What is your name, sir?
He introduces himself as Arturi.
Is Arnold free of the box?
Yeah. Okay. So like, I was gonna imagine like Arnold just keeps doing this like a mime, like hoping.
I was gonna say we just look over and where Arnold was is just like a bloody cube.
Just no. Thank you for reminding me. As Joshua Patrick unravels this bat, the pieces of force holding you start to break away in chips and chunks, and you're able to free yourself. Corpse Gareth doesn't, though. He dies. He gets squished into a bloody
again.
Oh, I wanted him so bad. Okay,
Sorry.
fine. That's
Is that
fair.
like 3 times technically that you will have died?
What is dead can never die twice. It is known.
Oh, so I'm just immortal.
No, you, Gareth, are fine. Your corpse is just deader.
Damn it.
Thank you for reminding me, Arnold. You are free. You're fine.
Thank you.
Arturi offers to take you guys someplace safe. He says, there is a place not too far from here at the base of the falls where I believe we can be safe, and you can get the answers that I believe you are looking for. And you do appear to need some sort of medical attention. This one is bleeding from most of his orifices, and he points to Gareth, who I think has taken the most damage historically in the past couple episodes.
Gareth coughs up a little blood. How do you know that we have questions?
You do not strike me to be sort of the people with answers, and I know the people with answers.
I know how to read.
Yeah? Do you?
He kind of does.
Yeah.
I do most of the reading.
I don't even... So even if I didn't know, he would do it for me, which he doesn't because I do.
It is. It also must be said there is. I am sent here on behalf of someone who wishes to speak to you. Do you know of Madam Ava?
No.
No. Above table, do
we
I
know
know
this
of
person?
anime?
Ducking back below table, he says, "Saddle up, douchebags. We've got some stuff to cover." And then he throws himself on his horse, and you ride in the darkness. Okay, smash cut. Smash cut.
Fucking hell.
Wake the fuck up, douchebags. Got a city to burn.
You guys roll.
Ava name.
You guys roll into a camp. And when I say camp, I mean a circle of richly decorated wagons circled around one elaborate round tent. The wagons, when I say richly decorated, I'm talking silk scarves, lanterns with multicolored glass panes. There are windows with flames roiling inside and out. There's stained glass. There are people sitting on the stairs leading to the back of these wagons with flagons of ale and bottles of wine. And there's the rich smell of roasting meat and stew. And there's music playing. There's like 2 lutes, a drum, a fiddle. People are dancing and carrying on and having a great time. You see a couple of notable figures. There's a tall man with a twisted goatee and an eye patch who seems to be sort of like coordinating a lot of the festivities. He's simultaneously drinking out of a steel flask in one hand and dancing a merry jig while he sort of like spins people with the other. But he notices you enter camp and sort of like looks at you a little bit, but then he notices the person you're with and sort of passes and lets you guys go on. Arturi leads you to the tent in the middle of camp. It is large and grand. It has one main entrance staked out by sticks with a little like entry area, carpeted. and then you see the dark glow of a fire from the inside flap. And Arturi stops at the entrance and says, "You are, as I'm sure you will learn, expected."
This wouldn't happen to be the hospital tent. Not that I need it. Just asking for a
Where
friend.
does this carpet begin and end? Like,
The
what is
carpet-
it?
That's what, like, they had time to lay a
What?
whole ass carpet. Like,
There is a carpet at the beginning of the tent that leads inside the tent.
Like, it's a red carpet? Like, it's
a
just
red
like,
carpet.
No, it's like a deeply brocaded, sort of like decorated carpet.
Okay.
Or like
That
a
has
rug,
one. I'll
like a
tell you what it
big
has.
rug.
It's got
Like a
one
rug?
red. It's rug. Why are we pausing on the fucking carpet?
Think like
Because I
Romani.
was very confused.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should I have said carpet when I meant to say rug, or vice versa? That's the stumbling
You
block.
just said rug. Yes, that is the stumbling block. Yes.
Thank
It's
God.
it's really important that we nail down the differences between carpets and rugs.
Now, what shade of red are we talking about?
I'm gonna
here?
murder all four of you.
Tell me about the
Thomas?
tassel situation. Is it shag?
You know what it is? The carpet matched the drapes. Do you guys go inside?
Yeah, obviously.
No,
Wait,
now I
there's-
have more
there's
questions about the
drapes?
drapes.
The tent is like window? Are
No
they
way.
shag drapes?
go
Like, if it's a
inside.
shag rug, are they shag?
No way. After this badass dance battle episode, we fucking stagger on pace at the carpet. No fucking way, right?
This whole episode has been like, these two guys are dancing so hard that they're throwing elements at each other, and we're all like, oh yeah, okay. And then it's like, hold on, a carpet in a tent? I don't think so.
Arturi picks up one of you and throws you inside.
It's me. I got thrown.
Yeah, Apollo, Julian gets thrown inside, and the rest of you, I'm sure, follow.
I think we should follow him. He does our taxes.
Yeah.
You can't just pick up a dwarf like that.
It's unseemly.
It's got to be offensive in some way.
Inside the tent, there is a central fire that burns in an iron brazier. There are rich carpets and rugs on the floor. There are drapes decorating from the top of this tent down. They are tasseled in a way that I will not describe further.
Why do you need rugs over carpet?
I'm going to set you on fire and everything you hold dear. There is also a table at the far end of this tent that is lit by a single lantern, and you see a hunched, ancient lion face peering at you from the lantern light. And you hear a squawking, sort of like high-pitched voice say, "Well, now, you would be here for Madame Eva, wouldn't you?" Did that come through? Did my mic cut that out?
Oh, you're good.
Oh, we heard it.
All right, great.
I didn't hear any of that. We do it one more time. Like,
Well, now, you would be here for Madame Eva, wouldn't you?
Believe it or not, didn't get that either. Yeah, if by here for Madame Eva you mean was brought here for Madame Eva.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Won't you sit down?
I have no other choice. Gareth collapses to the ground.
She waves one hand, and 4 chairs appear at this table and scooch themselves back for you.
Is there not a little chair for JP?
There is also a small stool with a little tail-sized hole in it that appears.
Thank you.
It is time for the cards. The cards demand your presence. Would you like a reading?
Immediately, no. I'm sorry, but I just saw my own dead body with a deck of cards, and that really freaked me out.
That sucks for you. What
you
about the
can't
other 3?
read the whole thing. Like, it's very
Yes,
rude
yes,
of you.
please.
Yeah, bummer for you, kid. That sucks. What about the rest of you?
So,
Ah,
You're slowly
like
turning
to
into Mickey
con-
Mouse.
would you
Shut
like
up!
to- Would
Copyright
you like to
mouse.
continue the plot? Nah.
All right, let me sink back
Sarcasm.
into character here. I'm burning up about this rug carpet scenario, guys. I'm fucking steamed.
You know what
Like
else
how
is
you
cute?
would
carpet. It
clean
has
a
to be clean.
carpet.
I
for him?
swear to. All right.
Fortune destined you to be here tonight. And the cards have a tale to tell. It's
Wait,
me.
Which cards? Wait, what kind of cards? I want to see. What are you talking about?
It's a Taroka deck. She's gonna do a Taroka reading and determine our fates.
I don't want to know my future. What if it sucks?
No,
I want to
this
know
is-
all of it. Tell me everything.
If we don't do this, we might not survive.
What?
Her gnarled
Promise?
hands dance over the table, and 2 decks of cards appear in front of her. One is slightly taller than the other. One is decorated with a thorned crown, and the other one is decorated with iron studs that almost look like coffin nails. And she says,
The fates and fortunes determine everything. The first card. The second card.
etc. and so forth. She pulls a bunch of cards off. See.
I want to hear every single.
All right.
I'm kidding. We're too close to the end of the episode for this. The third card.
Okay.
The fourth
Right, all
card.
52 cards.
The fifth card.
The 17th card.
The 2 jokers.
Okay, so she pulls out the first card and says,
A resource. Something to grab, something to aid you in your quest. The second. A weapon!
Picturing the old lady also like the second.
you know what's crazy? She's got the module behind her, actually. She's reading it too on the fly because there's a lot to remember.
She has a DM screen.
She says,
Yeah.
she says the second.
A weapon. Duly cured. And handed forth. The third. I misspoke. The first one, the second one. The second one's a symbol. The third is a weapon. It's, I don't do this. I do not do this reading very often. I'm a little rusty.
No worries, ma'am. No rush.
Take your time, Queen.
The fourth. A foul enemy of the dark forces that muster over this valley. And the fifth. The devil himself.
Welcome to the new end of our show. We're going to take a hot moment here. We're going to take a merch moment. My main man, Anthony, and my other slightly smaller man, Garion, are going to take a quick second to talk about some of the badass products that we have available in our Etsy merch store. So, Anthony, take it away.
We have some of the best shirts I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at that. I freaking I was so excited to get this. I freaking love this. If you see this shirt and you like it, you should buy it because I didn't realize. Listen, if you're an adult, it's fine. It says bad words on it. It happens. I didn't realize until I bought it that it did. But you know what? I kind of love it. I love it. I love showing the world. Be like Dungeons and Dipshits. That's what we do. Like what Christian families. Like, look. It's what we are. It's
We also got hoodies with similar designs on the back, and then we got our classical logo on the front. And damn it, if you wanted to really learn about how much we value family and child learning, you can get our mug. We sell a mug too that preaches our family values.
You can grab all of this and more at etsy.com/shop/critically shop. We also have that link available on our Twitter page. This is our core merch program, which is sort of the stable items that we have. However, next episode, we are going to be unveiling something truly badass, and that is a guest artist collaboration. We're going to have rotating items in and out of our merch store with designs that that indie artists have built for our show specifically. They're so badass, guys. Like, I cannot express how stoked I am about them. But Diana's going to talk about those next time, and she's stoked as hell about it. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and you have a lovely week, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.
Why don't you have to recap an episode, bestie? Why are you coming at me again? I haven't even given you the first one.
You haven't, and that it's because you delayed it by 4 weeks until you came back around
I
again.
would. Like,
well, hey, guess what? If you just do it the 1 week, you don't have to.
You know I'm incapable of that.
The idea that you would delay it for 4 full weeks and then come at me and say, "How could you do this to me?" is fucking bonkers.
Diana is so funny because Alex will be like, hey, every 4 weeks, he'll be like, hey, can you do this recap? And Diana will be like, I'll show him by not fucking doing that until he asks me the next time, and then get very stressed out by the thought of having to do 2 of them.